and movement practice on this early day as I'm thinking about the intensive that we're going to be doing with stress eating, binge eating, triggered eating, eating when we're not being present. I was just reflecting on how a lot of solutions that are marketed to us actually don't really help us get to the root of what is driving a lot of our behaviors. And I don't take it for granted at all, especially as someone that comes from a pattern of the result, the result being morbid obesity, diabetes, heart disease, all those diseases that go with stress, unmanaged stress, ineffectively managed stress. And as we move throughout our practice and when we sit for relaxation and we go to eat today, there are several things that I invite you to consider. We're going to delve deeper into it during the binge eating, stress eating intensive. It's something I invite you to think of, right? It's busy women. It's easy to just speak about I eat out of stress or I'm binge eating or being labeled with eating disorders. And there are some technical labeled eating disorders. Yet I'm very careful about taking labels on. It's very easy to start taking these different labels onto ourselves and think this is who I am, right? And the resulting feelings, right? And the feelings are dealing with your subconscious. And most of our behaviors are coming from our subconscious. But I invite you to consider, right? Not to be complacent, but I invite you to consider stress, feeling overwhelmed, and clutter. Clutter. If there's any clutter in any area of your life, it could be clothes, it could be as a chef, kitchen equipment, it could be books, definitely a lot of things that we are acquiring that we don't use. We've been talking about this in the Sunday coaching, right? Just I love to go into, and I think it's very useful to go into the areas that don't get talked about or don't get exposed as much because they're very touchy areas, they're very sensitive areas. But clutter, feeling overwhelmed, and anxiety, just the very nature of turning on these screens triggers anxiety. Even a lot of the things that we're looking at, we feel anxious about buying more clothes and about buying more stuff. And it seems like it's a bottomless pit that never ends. But what is the thing that we're trying to satisfy? What are we trying to escape from? What feelings or emotions are we trying to get away from? Right? And this is all cerebral, though I invite you to look around in your environment and consider where there's any feelings of overwhelm, right? Caring for parents, loved ones, caring for yourself, worries about the future, about your health diagnoses, bills, right? It's easy for us to be dismissive, even culturally. Culturally, that's dismissed. Just suck it up and keep moving. But the body does not forget. Your nervous system doesn't suck it up and keep moving like that. And if it does so at a tremendous cost. So at the very end, the result is the unhealthful weight, right? It's easy to just call ourselves quote unquote fat and put a label, right? But there's just excess adipose tissue that has inflammatory behaviors. That's not all of who we are. That's not our heart. That's not our organs. That's not necessarily our character. I invite you to consider clutter. Where is the clutter? And are there any things that are no longer useful, whether they are clothes or things that are not serving us? Even ways of relating that are no longer serving us, right? It's easy to just take on this has happened to me or victimhood. We may have been victimized, but our language quite often in particular in the public space is very disempowering, is contagious. We copy and we mimic people. But is it contributing more? Is it helping us? Is it helping us feel puffed up and ego? Yeah, I'm right. But you walk away right, but you still didn't neutralize the feelings of overwhelm. You might have got some temporary relief if we blame somebody or, Jesus gonna fix it. Everybody else is gonna fix it. But yet, did we really root out the feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, and the clutter, right? Do you feel weighed down? Anything that you don't acknowledge is still there, and it's usually we're going to emote. We are going to self-soothe, right? So we cannot really manage or get rid of or neutralize a problem or issue. First of all, if we can't accurately assess that there's actually an issue, and we can see the manifestation only is the weight. That's just one manifestation of what our thought process is, of what we allow, or how we are managing or ineffectively managing all the different things coming at us. So that's just a prelude, something to think about, and we're going to be delving more into that in terms of our intensive on stress eating, emotional eating, triggered eating. I don't care if you was Jesus in this environment. I don't know how you could be here and not be triggered, even by a lot of the so-called entertainment. So I invite you to journal about that before you have your lunch. And if you can, if at all possible, and if you can't, that's something to journal about too. If it's hard to shut off, right? See if you can catch and notice those moments where you start to go into that automatic pilot behavior. It is humbling. That's why I tell you I study junkies all the time. All right, so let's get this heart rate monitor popping. We're setting it for functional training. Make sure you have your water, something to wipe your face nearby. Training started. My heart rate right now is at 73 beats per minute. I can see that's at 41%. And let's get this movement practice popping. So we're going to put on, if it's appropriate for you, your vest. If you are just starting, you don't let the ego run the show. That's how you get injured. But for those folks that have been moving longer, we're going to add the weighted vest. And it's nothing like 5 or 10 pounds to give you a physiological frame of reference for what it feels like, this excess weight. And also, we may be feeling this physically, but also consider, how are your arteries holding up when we have in your organs, when there's so much visceral fat that is has nowhere to go. It's wrapping around and suffocating and taxing the organs, right? Doesn't mean we're bad people, but these are some things to consider, because we're so often cerebrally in our mind, or just thinking about the shell and not really giving play to the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, and our organs are shutting down with all this recreational behavior. All right, so tuck the pelvis under, belly button is pulled in to the spine at a Kegel, right? So you're going to take that Kegel, take it up to the second floor. So zip it up, draw it up, third floor, fourth floor. You should feel adult 8 to the fifth floor, right? The belly button maybe a little bit beyond, past the belly button. So draw that in so you activate your girdle. Let's take some shoulder rolls back. Good. So we're going to start off with squat to side leg lift. So you're reaching your hips back to sit on that invisible chair. You have a hand clasp at the bottom and the top. Really try to extend your arms at the elbow. Ready? Listen to your breath. Here we go. So this is 1. Sit it down. And 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5, and 5, 6, and 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. You can just use your body weight or grab your broomstick, standing kicks, same foot, same hand. So try to keep those arms shoulder height a little bit above. They can move, but they should be higher than your shoulders. Kick it up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Coming right down. First set of plank steps. So tabletop position. Make sure you spread your fingertips, press your hands into the floor. Tuck your hips under, belly button is drawn into your spine, level 1. Step that right foot outside the right hand, whatever your range of motion is. Knee back down, left foot steps outside the left hand. Back down, that's level 1. Level 2, keep your hips and glutes out of the air, step it out. This is 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Good. And 10. Coming into your first plank. So you're on your elbows. At any point you need to rest, you're going to drop your knees down to the floor. So press your hands into the floor, fully extend the legs, tuck the hips under, squeeze your glutes. Belly button is drawn into the spine. Breathe nice and deep. That's 10 seconds. Push your heels toward the back wall. Breathe nice and deep. 20 seconds. Make sure you're not sinking down. Press your elbows into the floor. Your scapula, shoulder blades are to the skin. If your stomach muscles are shaking, that's okay. 30 seconds. Whew. Breathe nice and deep. Draw the belly button in. If you need to, you can drop the knees down. Come right back. 40 seconds. Tucking your hips under, squeezing your glutes slightly. Breathe nice and deep. Whew. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sit your glutes back to your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you. Good. So down, down, up, up. Just your body weight. Or up, up, down, down. Leading with your right foot. Stand it up. Place that foot. Stand up. Right knee goes down, down, and down. Good. So this is 2. Take your time. Knees land nice and soft. 3. Back down. 4. Back down. 5. Back down. 6. Get the body nice and warm. 7. 8. Nice and gentle landing. 9. You are improving fitness. 10. So you can stay right there, or you can hold on to a light ball or one of your medicine bottles, one of your water bottles. So lead with the opposite leg, going down first, down, down, up. That adds a little more core. This is 2. Stand it up. 3. Functional core. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Good. And 10. Place the ball down. Take a couple of arm circles to the rear. So Tracy, I think your camera is off. I don't know if you're traveling. Circle the arms back. Good. Cross the arms across the chest. Throw them back. Good. Reach your arms back. Reach for the ceiling. Stretching out the shoulder cap. Good. Starting to feel nice and warm. There you go. Yeah. So you're going to take another set. Second set. Sit your hips and glutes down. Alternate side leg lift. Heart rate is at 72%. Here we go. So this is 1 and 1. Lift that leg out to the side. 2 and 2. The seam of the pants goes parallel to the ceiling. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, sit it down, 9, 10, and 10. Grab your stick. front raise, alternate step back. So the elbows are straight. You're raising the stick up to the, your knuckles are facing the ceiling. And you're gonna step back. So make sure you leave enough space in between your legs. Step back. So this is one, big step back, and one. 2, and 2. 3, and 3. 4, and 4. 5, and 5. 6, and 6. 7, 7, big step back. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Woo. Standing kicks, same foot, same hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Squat, side leg lift, hand clap, again, heart rate is at 81%, so make sure you have space in between your thighs, lift it out to the side. 1, and 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Grab the stick. Woo. Alternate step back, front raise. Heart rate is up. 83%. Lift the knees to your chest. If you need, take a sip of water. Take a sip of water. Ready? Alternate step back. So on that big step back, part of the goal is to open up the hips. We're always striving to open up the hips. Here we go. Step it back. Front raise. 1, and 1. 2, and 2. 3, and 3. 4, and 4. 5, and 5. 6, and 6. 7, 7. 8, 8. 9, 9. 10, and 10. Standing kicks. Scale of 1 to 10. How hard are you working? 10. Good. Excellent. Woo. Arms extended, shoulder height. Kick it up diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And 1. Coming down to plank step. Activating our core. This is an active recovery. Spread your fingertips. Place your hands into the floor. Tuck the pelvis under. Belly button to the spine. Elbows are straight. So no point in my sinking down. I need my shoulder blades to be all the way to the skin, not popping off my back. Step it out. Level one, right foot steps outside that right hand. Come back to center. Left side, full extension. Here we go. 2 and 2. Keep your hips and glutes out of the air. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold 10. Push that back heel towards the back wall. Feel that stretch in the hip on the extended leg. Step center, opposite side. Push that right heel to the back wall. Squeeze the glute on the extended leg. Feel the stretch. Good. Rest for a moment. Just circle the wrists out. Coming into your second plank. Woo. 4, 3, and go. So tuck your hips under, squeeze your glutes, press your elbows and your fists into the floor, scapula to the skin. Breathe nice and deep, 10 seconds. The belly button is shaking, that's okay. Breathe it nice and deep. You should feel your core temperature get nice and hot. 20 seconds down. Listen to your inhale, exhale. If you need to, drop your knees down to the floor and come right back. 30 seconds. Halfway down. If you need to, drop your knees down, rest, come right back. 40 seconds. Breathe nice and deep. Listen to your inhale and your exhale. Oh, God.
You are improving fitness.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, my gosh. Sit your glutes back to your heels. Oh, my gosh. Coming right up. Woo. Little commercial break. So you should feel your core temperature is nice and hot. Let's open up the chest and the shoulders. We're 15 minutes in, so we're doing really good on time. Pelvis is tucked under. Re-engage your pelvis. Belly button to the spine. Add that Kegel. Zip it up to the second floor, third, fourth. So you should feel a dull ache, fifth floor. Open up the chest and the shoulders. Take it back and forward. Pelvis is still tucked under. Hold it back. Feel that stretch in your chest and your shoulders. Good again, because we do a lot of upper body work. 2, 3, 4. Hold it back. Feel that nice stretch to the point of slight discomfort again. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it back. 5. Whatever your biggest range of motion is. Good. Extend that stick out in front of you. You're going to take the stick over to your left. So all the way over. So I'm stretching out the front, my shoulder, front of my shoulder here. Chest and shoulders. Take it back. Round out your back. Take it around. This is 2. Chest and shoulders. Round out your back. 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. Take it all the way over to the side. Chest and shoulders and round out your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can either use the stick as support, right? If you need to, it's right in front of you. You're going to undulate or get some nice fluid movement in your spine. Drop the chest down, the torso, head follows, and then round your back up. If you don't need the stick or the back of the chair, you open your legs a little wider than hip distance, hands on the thighs. Drop your chest and torso down. Round your spine up. Drop it down. Round it up. This is 3. Round it up. See if you can hold on to your Kegel. Round it up. Down. Round it up. 2 more. 2. Round it up. Good. And 1. Push those hips over to the side wall or window. And think of your upper body going this way. So I want to feel that stretch pulling up and out of my hip. Good. Thumbs behind your lower back. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes a little bit so you open up the front of the hips. Hips on the side wall. Put your glutes on that back wall. So really push your hip. This is the same thing in your hip hinge. I also want to make sure that my back at no point is rounded. I want my shoulders down and back, right? So that's the same thing you're going to use in your hip hinge, right? Again, big circles to one side. Good. Opposite direction. Hips on that side wall. Push the hips forward. Open up the hip joint. Hips on the other side. Put your glutes all the way. Let your glutes touch that wall behind you. Side, front, side. Big hip circles. This is your active recovery. Good. So standing leg. Work on your balance. Other leg comes up. Pick that leg up. Stir that pot of gumbo to the outside. Lubricating the knee joint. Opposite direction. Circle it inward. Good. Ankle. External rotation with the wrist. Two things at one time. Good. Opposite direction. Bring some blood flow to your ankle and your wrist. Good. Shake it out. Opposite side. Here's your standing leg. Make sure your toes are spread on that standing leg. Pick that leg up. Externally rotate at the knee joint. Good. Opposite direction. Good. Externally rotate wrist and ankle. Good. Opposite direction. Good. So come up on the balls of your feet, right? So you can stimulate your calf, then rock back so your toes are pointed towards your face. On the balls, rock back. On the balls of your feet, rock back. So you're opening up your ankle joint now like pages of a book. Open up your feet so I can see the inside of your feet. Now, opposite direction. The outside of your feet should be open. Good. Open up pages of the book and then they go in. Notice what's happening to your ankles, your knees, and your hips at the same time. Just shake it out. So you have one more set. Sit, side, leg lift. You should be nice and recovered. My heart rate is all the way down to 64%, but my body temperature is still nice and hot. All right. Last one is the best one. Here we go. Lift it up. 1 and 1. The outside seam of your pants goes parallel to the ceiling. This is 3 and 3. Sit it down. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Good. And 10. Grab that stick. Front raise. Alternate step back. Leave enough space in between the two legs again. Reset. Pelvis is tucked under. Belly button is drawn into the spine. Elbow joint is straight. Arms are going in alignment with your shoulders. Step it back. Gentle on the knee. 1 and 1. Breathe deep. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. 7, 7. 8, 8. 9, 9. 10. Oh God. And 10. Woo! Let's take a little bit. We can take the vest off a minute. Let's take some Jenga. More functional real life movement. Woo! Feel light as a feather now. Take a sip of water if you need to. And let's get into our Jenga. My heart rate is at 81%. All right. So Jenga is our basic movement. That's our foundational movement. And when the holder, or ideally in the circle of life, so playing in a circle. So move this out of the way so I'm not banging up plants and stuff. All right, at the line. Make sure you can see my feet. We're at the line. Jenga. Get a little bit lower today. Guard your face. Look at your chart. Yeah, it's beautiful. Tracy, get your arm back more. Yeah, so just think of it as a natural swing back because it's got to come up, right, to help you move. Good. Jenga. Beautiful. Nice, Regina. Jenga. Good. Let it flow. Good. Jenga. It's a dance. Good. Jenga. Jenga, draw your core in. Jenga, Jenga, Jenga. My teacher would have me do like 100 Jengas. Jenga, I was like, can we stop? Jenga, 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 Cocarina. Get down. That hand, so you're going to practice falling. That hand is flat. Good, Jenga, 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 Cocarina. Hand is flat. So I'm watching the person that's kicking right over me. I'm guarding my face so I don't get my head kicked off. Good, Jenga, Jenga, Jenga. So I have a correction. So there is 2 kicks. There is Mea Lua de Compasso. Mea Lua de Frente, excuse me, is internal. So I don't forget. Queixada is external. So sometimes I'm moving fast. So we're starting the compass, right? We're stepping forward, right? Going around, we have Pole, your sweep, and then recover to get up from a fall. Mea Lua is here, right? Inside. Queixada is outside. So Tracy's my secretary. So remember. All right, so here we go. Jenga, 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 Jenga. So this is Mea Lua. Comes here. Yes, nice, good. Jenga, Jenga, Jenga. Step forward, down, compass, right back down. Yes, good. Jenga, 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 Jenga. Cocarina. Get that, extend that foot out. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Come back up a little bit. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Bring it back in. Extend out. So when you extend it, I want you to start think of it going this way. That hand that's on the floor, because I can't go really this way, right? That hand that's on the floor, it's going to go in that direction. So it's actually going to be a sweep, right? So when you extend it out, my foot is flexed, right? So I want you to think of it going this way. Does that make sense? So again, in, extend it out. Good. Come up. Jenga, 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 Cocarina. Good. Begin Hole. So that leg is coming out for sweep. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Come back up into Jenga. 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 So this is Mea Lua. Right back down. Mea Lua. De Frente. Good. Mea Lua. Good. Jenga. 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 Cocarina. Cocarina all the way up and down. Your rainbow pattern. Same thing you do with your medicine ball. Right. Yes. Beautiful. Cocarina. Up. Down. Yes. Nice, Virginia. Drop your butt down a little bit more. Cocarina. Good. Jenga. 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 Bensal. So bless them. Right back down. Open your arms up. So let's think of Christ the Redeemer. Yes. Good. Bensal. Bensal. Good. Jenga. 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 Cocarina. Cocarina. Actually, it's a squat, right? Cocarina is a squat, and get out of the way because I'll be falling back. If somebody kick me and I wind up on the floor, it's a game, right? It's a fight. They kick me on the floor. Sweep them. You got to come right back up, right? Good. Jenga. 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 Step forward. Turn your hands down. Look through your legs. At your target. Back to Jenga. 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 Step forward. Switch arms. Hands go down. Look through your legs. Come back. Good. And Jenga. Hip external hip rotation. You wipe the face. Good. Beautiful progress. Excellent, 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 excellent. So now you have more of a flow. But does that make sense? If you're kicked down on the floor, that hand is flat. This leg, you're not just extending, it's a sweep. You're low to the floor. So this foot is a hook. Even if they knock you on the floor, you're going to recover quickly. Nobody's going to stomp you out. You're going to, well, it's not really a stomping. It's not that kind of a game. But it's human chess. You have to constantly think of your counter move. Okay, they knocked you on the floor. It's a tall person. You have to be more strategic. You're going to take your foot, sweep them. And all of that big brawn is going to go right down on the floor. So that's where you can use your shorter stature to your advantage. You have to think, how can you leverage your body weight, right? So you have to be like thinking on your feet. All right, hip external rotation. Hold on, I'm swimming in sweat on the floor. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, internal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Side kicks. Remember, you can pivot. This foot is not locked into space. You're also using your obliques. Let that top with control. You want to be very conscientious, intentional. The top of that foot is making contact. So this, just flinging the foot, is different from out and then extend and then draw it back in. So over time, you're going to build up more strength in your obliques and also in your hip flexors to be able to hold that leg up. Use your breath. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go at your own tempo. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Shake it out. External hip rotation. Other leg. Use your breath to ground yourself into your body. So the inhale is super important. Here we go. External hip rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So when you first start moving, your legs feel like lead. Or remember how the hip flexors used to feel? Sometimes they can even cramp because from sitting, they're stuck in this position. So this is a weight now, and your core is helping you to lift that leg up. Internal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you ever feel wobbly, you can take a moment to readjust. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Why do I have 19, 20? I'm doing it. I gave you extra. Tracy, you ain't saying nothing. That was 4 extra on the internal rotation. It's 25 kicks. I'll get lost in my own mind. Here we go. 1. You better say something, Tracy. We'll be doing 100. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you got to take 4 extra on this side, internal. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! Quick set of pop squats. And we'll be done with the warm-up and we'll continue on to strength. All right, so wrap your mind around it, just body weight. Today, soft like a cat. Your options are step, 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 step. Let your butt touch that invisible chair or an actual chair or a stool. Level 2, out, soft like a cat. Step, step, soft, step, step. Level 3, butt goes back and down. So from the side, my hips have to go back and down so I can really activate my glutes, my core, cardio. Wrap your mind around it. Let's lift the knees to the chest for a second. Get those knees right up to the hands. Knees to your elbows. All right. Listen to your breath. Of course, we have an isometric hold stand intermittently between, I'll say after 25. Wrap your mind around it. Here we go. 1, 2, take your appropriate level. 3, even if you do less reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, horse stance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out. 1 down, knees to the chest. Knees out to the elbows. Shake it out. Number 2, wrap your mind around it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, horse stance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adios mia. Halfway there. Shake the legs out. Woo, legs should feel stimulated. If you do less reps, that's fine. Get in where you fit in. Heart rate is up to 80. Kick your knees up. That's 2 out of 4. Wrap your mind around it. Engage your core. Add that Kegel. Zip it up. Here we go. 1, 2. Take your appropriate level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, horse stance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Adios mio. Last one is the Harriet set. Shake it out. My heart rate is at 75%. Scale of 1 to 10. How hard are you working? 10. All right. Let's finish off this warm up. 37 minutes in. Lift the knees up. Wrap your mind around it. So, to me, the movement is therapy, right? Where else do you really get to train like a beast? We are animals to let out aggression, right? Or anger. It's just energy, right? So you want to channel it. So I invite you to think of like a habit that you are looking to transmute, transform, let go of, burn off, extra weight, something that you don't want it anymore. Wrap your mind. You can retrain your brain. Now, we're not talking about jack yourself up, because I've seen some people that have walked themselves to death that have had exercise anorexia. That's not what we're talking about. But I'm inviting you to let your movement mean something more than looking cute. Use it as a way to work with yourself, with your frustration, right? Communication skills, short temper. But what is something you're trying to work on, work through, let go of, bring it to your mind's eye, use your breath, right? To focus on it. Last one is the best one. Nice and recovered. Perfect form, quality movement. Here we go. 1, 2, nice and refreshed. 3, this is the Harriet set. 4, 5, 6, nice and refreshed. 7, 8, all the way down. 9, whatever your range of motion is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, yeah, 19, 20, 5, 4. We're going to finish what we start. 3, 2, horse stance. 10, grace under pressure. 9, 8, butt all the way back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and wow, that wasn't so bad. Warm up is done. Let's get the strength training on. Woo! Have a great day on purpose. Like, comment, subscribe.